It is the last Wednesday here in August, and it's time for our Allied Cooperative program. And I have Mike Kampstra. He's the energy sales team lead, working out of that Marshfield office. What's going on in the energy world?
Right now, the big news was oil prices are cooling after a sharp run-up earlier in the week. Brent crude, which is the global benchmark, is sitting around $68 a barrel. And WTI is around $64 a barrel. Both are down. That's nearly after a 2% jump earlier this week. Just looking at what caused that spike, well, it was more than just Wall Street traders playing with the numbers. Over the weekend, Ukrainian drone strikes hit two major Russian energy facilities, and both sites are crucial to Russia's fuel exports. So that sent a jolt through the energy market, because anytime Russian energy supplies look threatened, global prices react. And that's why we're seeing a dip later in the week as the market kind of catches its breath. But the underlying tension hasn't really gone anywhere. Traders are nervous, and when they're nervous, we pay for it at the pump.
Every morning on my drive in, I always check out those gas prices. They seem to be ticking up a bit. Is that related to what's been happening overseas?
No, actually, that's a different development all on its own. There's a BP Whiting refinery in Indiana that's had some flooding, and that's taken out a lot of the gasoline capacity in the Midwest. That's expected to be about 1 to 2 weeks here, so we could expect to see a little relief at the pumps as early as next week or the following week. Obviously, we're getting through with Labor Day weekend, the last big driving holiday of the year until Thanksgiving. And so gasoline demand typically shows a little bit of a decline this time of year anyway. And then coupled with, as long as that refinery starts up operations again and everything's on schedule, we should see a pretty good dip on the gas prices. But that outage at that BP Whiting refinery did cause 20 to 30 cent spike in gas prices overnight.
Now let's talk propane. Corn is going to be coming off the fields before too long, and we're going to be heating our houses. What does that market look like?
Right now, propane spot prices are about as low as they've been all year. They've been pretty steady, up just a fraction of a percent this week, but still lower compared to earlier this year. In fact, propane's down more than 10% since January, so that's some welcome news for folks looking ahead to winter heating. Great time to lock in prices and a great time to buy some spot loads. If you got some dryers out there to fill, if you got your home tanks that are sitting, below 50%, get them topped off now and save the money. But don't let this calm market fool you. Propane demand worldwide is booming, and that's expected to grow from about $110 billion last year to almost $400 billion by 2035. So that's huge. Propane's a versatile product. It's clean burning, it's portable, and it's being used more and more in transportation. You see some of the school buses around here running on it as an example, power generation and petrochemicals. So it's a big emergent product as far as finding new uses for it, and it's clean burning product. So I think you'll see more propane consumption overseas, particularly. So while today's prices feel soft, the long-term story is demand, and that means propane will stay a critical piece of the global energy puzzle, and I'd expect to see those prices go up here shortly.
And what about our supplies? Are we going to be able to meet our demands?
Yes, we're sitting good on supply now. It's a very fragile supply network in Wisconsin, so it's good to partner with co-ops and people you trust as far as propane supply. There's predictions for this winter to be a particularly cold winter, almost like the polar vortex 2014. So if that happens again, propane supply will be king again this year. And, partnering with somebody like Allied Co-op who can definitely meet your needs is a good idea in times like when it gets very cold or energy gets tight in a hurry here in this state.
And is it too early to do some of those contracts?
No. In fact, we're doing contracting now, and I recommend this would be a great time to get your contract locked in. So if you're waiting to see what markets do. I think this is about as low as we've been, and I think this may be the low. We've already had some cold weather kind of creeping in, as you've noticed. So I think this is a great time to get ahead of that and get something locked in before the onset of the real cold weather.
And it's always good to get an energy update with Mike Kampstra. He's the energy sales team lead working out of that Marshfield office for Allied Cooperative. And that's our Wednesday morning program. I'm Joe Welke.